Okay, hello there everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Mafia, the City of Lost Heaven. A good old classic third-person shooter with Mafia touch, with a Mafia story, being a gangster or starting as a cab driver and becoming a gangster by accident. In the any percent category, my name's Lembox. And the time will start when I skip the second cutscene, when you can see some cars on the screen, so let's get right into the game. I'll give you a countdown for the time.
Avant, j'étais chauffeur de taxi. Côté pognon, c'était ric-rac même en turbinant jour et nuit, mais j'étais content d'avoir un boulot.
As you can see, the cab driver, Tommy Angelo. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So, as you can see, we started as a cab driver and now we have some gangsters running into our cab and we have to lose those gangsters for the other gangsters. Classic story. And hopefully I'm going to lose the gangsters, otherwise I will be doing some shenanigans here and there in order to lose them. And that's probably what is going to happen, considering my luck. And yes, the French version is actually faster by 2 minutes when it comes to the dialogue, so because this is a marathon run and I know something is gonna go horribly wrong, I'm going the safe route and take the free 2-minute save. And obviously the gangsters are chasing me, so nothing that wasn't to be expected. I don't even have one bullet, there are gonna be a lot more. And I hope that they are not gonna crash into me. Okay. They are still chasing me, fantastic. RNG at its best. Okay. Okay, well, they are gonna chase me till Salieri's bar. Okay, no! Can I tell us the story? Yes, obviously. You start as a cab driver, now you have the gangsters in your cab. And we're going to Salieri's bar, which is the place where the gangsters are meeting each other. At least from Salieri's family. And because we helped them, Don Salieri, the grandfather, Kappa, the godfather, is owing us something. As you probably know, Sicilian mob, and if you serve them right, you get what you want. If not, they're gonna kill you. But that's the classic story. Here I'm not gonna take the passengers, I'm going to reverse in manual mode. It saves the animation of them getting in and out. So it's actually quite nice. And this mission is very, very trolly. Because there's a bridge that is sometimes raised, well, let's say most of the times raised. And it's gonna lose some time. Not a lot, but it's down! Holy crap. Okay, after the first mission, which was a bit awful, this goes on. And the run is definitely saved. So now you can see we're back at our classic job, we're a cab driver. But you can already expect that something is happening that changes his life completely. Obviously I'm not talking about driving around town with passengers, even though they are complaining as hell. And I'm just gonna take the safe route over the road, not the sidewalk, because you can flip on the sidewalk very easily. And if you flip, the mission is failed, obviously. Watch where you're driving. I tried to, but I'm still going to crash, you know. If not here, then with another car, with a red fancy car. In the cutscene that I skipped, they gave you an envelope with a lot of money. That was enough for the repairs. Yeah, I'm using the backwards camera in order to not spawn any traffic ahead of me. Or cop cars, mainly. Normal cars wouldn't be too much of an issue, but cop cars are, especially in this mission. Even though I check from time to time if something is driving, just to be 100% safe. And for the rest, I'm using the radar in the top left-hand corner of the screen. So pretty much what you would expect from a game like GTA. Okay, I'm just gonna do the rest in the normal camera to not screw up the stern. Okay, not the best traffic. Same as in driver. Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for Vin Diesel's Wheelman, which obviously is a great game. If you haven't heard of it, it's a great game. Okay, the same trick again, to not pick her up. But there will be some mandatory passengers. These aren't. So how optimized is the Mafia speedrun? Currently, actually a lot optimized. I'll probably fail here and there. That's why my estimate is a long shot off the current world record. Like the current world record needs like 258 real time. And my estimate for this run is a 330. Now you might wonder, why the hell is there such a huge gap? The problem is a lot can go wrong in this run over the entire time. This game likes to crash, for example, and if it crashes in a bad position, you lose 7.5 minutes, just flat out. But welcome to old PC games. Any game featuring Vin Diesel must be great. It is. The cutscenes alone make it worth watching. So yeah, I hope she doesn't complain, because otherwise I cannot exceed 80 miles an hour. But apparently she does not complain. So I'm very happy about that. Okay. We have some trolley cars here that change the lane all of a sudden. But this guy is the first guy we actually have to get in the cab. The mic's crackling. I try to fix that. Is there a lot of RNG involved? Especially at the very beginning, yes. Because you depend on good traffic, you depend on cops. If there are a lot of cops, then you're pretty much screwed. Exactly, Vin Diesel's Wheelman is a 10 out of 10 game. Well, if there are some problems with the mic, then I'm sorry. It didn't occur during the sound check. So I don't really know why they occurred in the first place, but you never know. Okay. That's not the best shortcut I had. I heard Mafia 3 was garbage on release. Has anyone played it since updates? Well, it's not a good game at all. I have played it once and they tried to add some more features. But you know, the game is still repetitive as hell. You go from one district to the other and all you have to do is kill a bad guy. And you can do it pretty quickly. Ah, it just peaked. Okay, that's perfect. I'll try to calm my voice then. After all, it's 7:48 in the morning. Ah, okay. Ah, come on, you know that. I cannot use the grandfather free meme. People know that it's pretty much a successor to Godfather 2. Yeah, Connor Aldridge is obviously the fans' favorite. Best character in the entire game. Lol beater. Ah crap, cops. Okay, that was pretty much the impact of RNG. I could have gone with like 80 miles an hour over this bridge, but due to cops spawning, I wasn't able to do so. And he's complaining. So now I have to pay attention to my speed. Yeah, the Django Reinhardt sound is always great. Especially when you get completely mad after like 2 hours resetting over this mission because you got cops all over the place. Okay, we have some pedestrians here and there, but should be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna play safe. For the cops. And the taxi part is over. Ah. This is not the best setup ever. I hope I don't kill anybody of them. Okay. This was a little unfortunate. If I would have driven over one pedestrian, the mission would have been a failure. And then the entire journey starts again. So now, yeah, gangsters are trying to destroy my cab and kill me. So now I'm running away, which is why the mission is called Running Man. Not failing at Running Man. Booker, we still have a lot of potential to fail in every other mission. Can you break the speed limit? Yes, you can, and then the cops will kill you. Nah, they will find you, and then depending what you're doing afterwards, they will try to arrest you. And if you're busted, the mission's failed as well. Okay, 40 HP is not the best, and he's peeing in the alleyway. But we're totally fine with that. And before I die just in front of Salieri's bar. So here we have the best car in the game. Luckily we will drive it in the next mission. 20 HP for this part. Ha! That's definitely death. Okay, maybe not. Skipping all the cutscenes, and now we're doing some mission with Molotov cocktails. And driving the best car in the game, which is the Bolt Ace. It's the fastest car, it has the most safety features. But it doesn't have a handbrake, because who needs a handbrake after all? Yeah, the organizers would be fine if I just, you know, do a run that's roughly 3.5 hours over estimate. I'm sure they would be fine. Okay, there are actually cops. Well, they are far away. Screw them. Okay, yeah, well. Manual gearbox. There we go, and we have a bolt ace spawn. So we actually destroy our bolt ace in order to trigger an Easter egg, which is shooting a window of this tower thingy. You will see the screen flash in a couple of seconds. And this pretty much spawns us a really, really good car. But I don't want to spoil it. It doesn't belong to the time the game is actually playing in. These are the 30s. But we're driving to a red fancy car which is very fast, but has one major disadvantage. And this is, it's spinning all over the place. Okay, we have red lights and a cop car ahead of us. Let's squeeze around the sidewalk. Now the marathon run is perfectly fine. Best car in the game with the bolt ace pickup. You can't go wrong with that. And there we have our fancy red car, which is gonna save a ton of time in the run if I haven't crashed there. So now the time save is over. It's another bolt ace. Like a hot rod would be nice. In Freeride Extreme you would actually have it. But here, no way. Ah, you don't need it, do you? Oh, that's a cheat! Cheat runs enabled. So yeah, as you can see, this car is a lot faster, but definitely not as good as the Bolt Ace though. Just look at it. Looks like crap, if you ask me. Oh, there's a cop car. I might just go for safety and use the speed limiter from time to time, which is 40 miles an hour and not 100. So now we get to Morello's bar and have to destroy some cars because he destroyed our cab. That's game logic. Normally you should use the baseball bat to destroy all three of them, but we're just gonna, you know, align the cars, and we still have one Molotov cocktail, if you recall, so... Best thing is you can exceed the speed limit while driving backwards. So that's perfectly fine. So yeah, I threw the Molotov cocktail in the biggest gap between two cars in order to create a chain reaction. One car is going to blow up, then the next car is going to blow up, and when we're reaching the bridge, all cars should be destroyed. If not, it's gonna be great. Yes. Okay, that was really late. I thought, like, did I already fail it? Would have been a great start. Well, don't worry, we will have some shooting action, but the very beginning of the run is, you know, a little bit boring. Nothing we can do though. Our good old friend Tsukir. Well, the first three missions are nothing else than driving. But that was the lame start I was talking about. And fair play is gonna be same as well. But as soon as we get to Sarah, you will see a change. to another gameplay. More shooting actions, more clips, more sequence breaks. And the sequence break is actually in this mission as well. Since we're come to a motel part where we would actually have to kill all the bad guys in the motel. But we're not gonna do that, we're just gonna kill the boss through the window. So we need some weapons, we need a car. So that's why we have our two sidekicks at Salieri's bar. That means the stuttering Ralphie and Vincenzo, who gives us the biggest crap guns you can actually have. Well, it's the any percent category, you know. You can do everything you want. And especially since the game developers actually intended it. And especially there's second thing here, that it actually does not make the game easier unless saving time on the driving sections, because AI is scripted to your speed and they can catch you nonetheless. For example, in the first mission, both of us, that means me and the gangsters, had the same car. Still, the gangsters were faster, so doesn't really matter. And now, in ordinary routine, we go into some restaurants and places to get some protection money. So, you know, classic Mafia business. So we can check out the lovely city of Lost Heaven. And then at the very end, drive to the countryside and see how colorful it is. Yeah, exactly. There are some categories which do not involve the bolt thrower. Like, for example, 99%, where you pretty much go the full casual route with the side missions that Lucas Bertone offers you. Because there is a little mode called Freeride Extreme that is not coped in that run. Nope, the bolt thrower is not controversial at all. Otherwise you would have like a 4-hour run without any change in the gameplay whatsoever. Because it would just be slower in the driving sections. Yeah, the memes have to be real, man. So that was a nice cop car there with the green light. Okay, no worries, man. There will be more controversial stuff coming up, don't worry. Yeah, you can't do anything about that. You have to wait. No way to accelerate that. Okay, we take the same shortcut we took in the taxi mission. Hopefully I won't flip the car. Okay, hopefully. Oh my goodness, Paulie gets out quickly? This is insane. At least he found the way somehow. But yeah, any strat I'm doing with the bolt thrower you can recreate with the normal cars. So now we go to the countryside. We have our two restaurants, or a restaurant and a bar. And now we're just heading outside towards the airport. Do you need to finish the race for this run? Yes, you do need to finish the race. But there is a skip in the race. Which is the only reason we're using 1.0. So this is the very first version of Mafia, and it still has something that you might call, well, a debug feature in the race, because the devs have probably struggled there and left the back door open. I'll just go backwards. You know, there were actually some comments when Mafia was re-released on GOG that some people have done the race in a couple of seconds because they went through the pit stop and somehow got into the next lap, which is absolute hoax. Don't believe that it's not working. So now we get to the motel. As I told you, you really have to kill all the bad guys and the boss. Probably shoot the window, I mean the wheel off the car that he actually has. Because there's a car and normally there would be a chase segment. But we're gonna do this. And that's it. The entire mission done in 5 shots. Okay, now we come to the fair play mission. The good old race. Everybody loved it when the game was released, because they struggled there. Yeah, non-hoax strats like the Morello bridge kill, which is an absolute hoax. And we're not talking about the bridge kill that is actually possible at the countryside, but the first bridge you can see. And that skip, pretty much shooting the boss through the window, actually saves a bunch of time. The best thing is about roofs, you know. Roofs are always pretty much non-existent. You can see them as a texture, but you can just drop through them. Well, 30 minutes is definitely overkill, Vegbella. Are you going to do a barrel roll? Yes. Definitely. Not only one, but multiple. Trust me. I'm gonna take this red car and flip somewhere. At least once. Should really go to work now. Definitely watch this stream. Unless you'll be done with work fast, because this part can be boring. Especially this mission. I won't lie. It's just driving from A to B, from B to C, and back. Which is a little bit unfortunate. They could skip a big part, but nothing we can do. The best thing was that Ralphie has actually mentioned that we should pay attention to the cops because they would spot a race car that we're going to steal right now from the racetrack. But there are absolutely no cops in this entire mission, so nothing you can do to attract cops. So I don't even need to use the backwards camera. And if you're wondering why I'm driving a little bit safely, is because this game does not have arcade controls. It has clunky controls on the one hand, so yeah, very likely to. And look at that. Have you seen that guy? He's warming himself up. Time to read donations. Exactly. I'm a Mexican runner after all. So now we're just gonna smash there. Hopefully not die. Perfect. That's how parking worked in the 1930s. And now we upgraded the roof in this car. A little bit more fancy. And now we wait for our pal Bobby to open up the gate. The best thing is you cannot do anything, the controls are locked while he's opening it. So now we're just gonna take the race car, get to Lucas Bartone, he's going to sabotage it, and then we're gonna go back because we need to win the race. That means our family, okay. Exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, Mafia 3 isn't too good. If you get it at a deep sale for like $5, pick it up and try it. But if you have to pay like $20 for it, don't do it. There were some idiots that bought it on release day in the digital deluxe version with the season pass, you know? And yes, I was one of them. So now you have the race car, which is the loudest car in the game. So it can probably be a little bit problematic to understand what I'm saying right now. But it's actually a nice car. It has better acceleration than the Bolt Thrower, for example. And hopefully the bridge is not going to be raised. Because there's a little drawbridge we're going to encounter in a couple of seconds. I am crazy with $5, come on. Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is probably the best example how to not create a game. Just do it that you have to play the game for 4,000 hours to unlock everything or pay $2,100. Well, now you ruined it, Beta. Yeah, the best method to buy Mafia 3 would be through a Humble Bundle. And would be probably in tier 1. I doubt they would put it anywhere higher on the list. And the same thing goes to the speedrunning community, you know. It pretty much died very quickly with Mafia 3. Good thing that many people have found out new strats in Mafia. And therefore the speedrunning community is alive. Yeah, because it's an all-time classic, and I hope that they are going to re-release it on Steam as well, because many people prefer Steam over GOG because they have the entire library there, which I can understand. Okay, nearly crashed somewhere. I'm gonna take this tunnel right now instead of the drawbridge because the drawbridge can be raised, and then I'm going to lose way more time than by actually taking this route. You mean by buying those loot crates or crystals or whatever they were called? Damn. Because it's not a charity event, IDEX, it's just classic speedrunning. Present the runners and the runs, and then get bored during a mission where somebody has to drive from A to B, B to C and back. But I'll try to make it as quick as possible. Okay, this guy's gonna turn. Nah. That would be awful. Well, it is a third-person shooter. Just wait for it. It has a lot of driving. That's for sure. Just like any other of those open world games. Think about me playing Mafia 3.
Alors t'as réussi? La bagnole a même pas une égratignure. Merci Bobby. C'était vraiment la plus rapide du monde. Avant. Ouais, t'as de la chance d'avoir réussi. J'ai parié comme le boss moi aussi. C'est ce que tout le monde a fait. J'ai parié dessus, comme presque tout le monde dans le quartier. Je crois que le pilote y est pour beaucoup. Pour sûr. Bon, je veux pas trop tarder. Bonne nuit. Ciao Bobby. Merci pour le coup.
Lol. Exactly, Peter. You got your copy for free. So you definitely owe the community a copy of Mafia 3. You will see that it actually has less things in common with Driver than you might think. Yes, we have a lot of driving sections, but we rarely have a chase. Unless in Lucky Bastard, where the mission pretty much is a chase. And the priest with a cop chase. French version is faster by like 2 minutes when it comes to dialogue. But I would say roughly 1 minute and 30 seconds. Not much. Well, it's a free time save, think about it. If you take the Czech version, you're gonna lose another minute on top of that. So it's definitely worth considering, especially since I'm gonna fail in this run. Or maybe I'm not gonna fail and this run will be around 3 hours RTA. Who knows? So now we have to go back to the racetrack, and then we finally get to the race, where I'm gonna flip the race car in the 5th lap, killing myself, and I have to repeat the race. Just wait for it. Yeah, in some games you're happy with like 4 seconds saved. Yes, it is a 3.5 hour run, or at least a 3 hour run nowadays, roughly. So definitely 2 minutes is a save you have to go for. Exactly. You will see me crash into walls or whatever just to be faster. Well, I didn't want to crash into that Falconer. Yeah, I'm definitely the worst nightmares you can think of Formula 1. And now we have some cops, but we don't really have to care about them. They are not gonna keep up. And they will get lost at the racetrack for some obscure reason. And there's another cop car. Lol. In before I get arrested nonetheless. Just to be able to say it never happened before. Yeah, 30's racing. If you crash, you die. This is pretty much the summary. I'm going to go ultra safe, even though... And there we go. Welcome to the race. And Martin Lichtenberg was the one we actually sabotaged. So definitely he won't finish the race. So in case somebody has played the game, in 1.0 you don't have any choice to deactivate the damage. And you're always running at very hard racing. So not much to do there. But now you can see I went through a shortcut. It says wrong direction right now. And I'm using the reset button right after getting that checkpoint message to get back to the start. I'm still in the first lap and now I'm passing the finishing line. And I'm in the second lap. This is how laps around 50 seconds are possible. And this is the reason we take 1.0. Exactly. Well spotted, man. It's not a 100% copy, but they tried their best to do it. And now hopefully I won't be smashed from behind, because this happens from time to time. So as you can see, the race isn't too difficult and it's not gonna take too long. Unless I go for classic strats. There was one runner who actually used a jump right here at the right hand side. And the jump was so inconsistent that he died 3 times out of 4. But be my guest. The casual lap time is about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So in my run of 99% where you have to do everything glitchless, skipless, I think I did like 123 laps. Might be completely off. So no, it's actually not very accurate. You just mash the reset button and it will work at some point. But you have to be stuck to the left hand side. If you're on the right hand side, it won't work. That's why you see me go from right to left. You see this? And then it says the message, bam, reset. And there are our 2 fellow racers. Yeah, probably because there were some limitations the developers encountered. Well, the point is that in 99% you want to have all the save games pretty much to complete something and get to experience every single part. Cheatless. Well, it's not really glitchless, you know, it's glitchless in the terms of no sequence breaks and that. Okay, that was it. And now you will see me go for one last time to Lucas Bertone. Remember when I said I'm going to do a barrel roll in this run? Remember that? Indeed. Thank you, man. So what was this barrel roll for? Basically the sidewalk. I was driving on the sidewalk and sometimes the sidewalk likes to flip you. Basically the collision detection in this game is a little off. Ah, crap. This is actually bad. I hope I don't get the wanted. Okay. Fine to me. So if I get the wanted, this mission might be a total disaster. Oh boy. Let's find out. If I get roadblocks, Then I can repeat the spot. Okay, no roadblocks so far. Yes, it is a speed-related choice. It's French, and the dialogues are 2 minutes faster than in the English version. That was the main language for the run previously. So I'm taking the back door entrance because you can actually hide from cops here by blocking them off. Okay, so now we come to Sarah. And I will try to do a skip here that is going to save roughly 2 minutes compared to casual gameplay. The problem is that we actually have no dub for Japanese or Chinese, so we have to take that one with the shortest dialogue, and for some reason it's French. You only have Japanese subtitles. In before I failed this, because, you know, marathon run. I shouldn't be too impressed if it does fail. Okay. Does this mean we'll record? No, by any chance not. So yeah, I'm punching to actually slow me down a little bit in order for Sarah to get to a position. Okay, that's nice. Well, with the instant Sarah skip, it's actually a little bit faster than that. Okay, easy. Damn. Is that actually our frame drops? Then it's bad. But I don't know. Maybe my internet connection is screwing around again. I hope it's not.
C'est vraiment la tienne?
Bah pour être franc, non. Mais si t'éclates la tronche d'un mec avec, il ira pas te poser la question.
Il nous faut aussi des calibres, on sait jamais.
Je l'ai toujours dit, j'ai ces Colt 1911, de très bons automatiques.
Merci Vinny.
Okay, so now we get into some kind of shooting mission. We better get used to it. It's definitely not world record pace. But it's good enough for me right now. Now it was just to slow me down in order to have the perfect timing at the apartment. So now we'll go to Big Biff, who knows everything, what's going on in this town. And now you see a hut on the left hand side that is only present in this mission for some reason. Very good pace. Look. Okay, interesting. In this mission you would normally get into the service station, kill all the bad guys. Well, not really kill, but try to stun the bad guys with your baseball bat and kill the last ones that will actually shoot you otherwise. But we're going to do something else. Baseball bat gun. Well, you know, the best melee weapon in this game is the dog's head, because you can actually blow a dog's head off and then use it as a weapon. Do I have life split in the background? Yes, I do have life split in the background, to actually know if I have to go for certain strats or not. Okay, let me fail those clips. Okay, first clip was fine. Let's see the second one. Second one is fine. Oh no! Third clip. And there's the fourth clip. And we triggered this pot, and since we killed the driver, there is no chase to trigger. And that's it. Unfortunately, the name Lembox is actually in use. Something I wanted to use for my chatbot. So now we come to the mission, The Whore. And you will see a very interesting glitch in this mission. Oh crap. Fucking idiot cop. Yeah, sparing all lives. This is pretty much a pacifist run. Would be nice if there actually would be a possibility. So I'm gonna go extra cautious though. But don't worry, you will not see any horse. I know you might have been excited, now what's coming up, but it's gonna be very disappointing. That's something you can take my word for. Okay, now we're here, and I'm gonna do something very interesting. I'm gonna change my jump key in order to do something fancy. And there we go. Now I can reclip. And there we go. This was the mission The Whore. Normally you have to encounter a whore in a hotel room and then kill the director. But in this case, you just go for some tricks left and right. And you can pretty much advance to the next mission. And now comes pretty much the worst part, which is platforming in this game. Do this, Vegbella. Yeah, Mirror's Edge style. Let's go. But we don't have nothing red to guide us. That's bad. Ah, okay, I didn't get it. Okay, would you mind climbing? Thank you very much, Tommy. Okay, he didn't get it too. Oh well. I'm sorry, man. There is no horde to see. So we have 100 HP, no need for the medikit. And now we just go down and get wrecked. Okay, where's his gun? Perfect. Okay, is he dead? Perfect. And I'm gonna use a rapid fire glitch. As you can see, I can skip the reload animation, I can skip a lot. But you can see me shoot. Well, that's something new, right? And we have to wait. No boonga boonga. Nah, unfortunately no boonga boonga. By crouching, going backwards, jumping and shooting at the same time, you can shoot a lot faster than normally. And now we have a cop chase with this nice car carrying absolutely no corpse. I hope to lose the cops at the Giuliano Bridge. Maybe it won't happen. Would be nice though. That's why you see me go the backwards camera. Skip again. Just another church shooting, nothing to look at. Indeed. Ah shit, there's a cop. Well. And you see me go uphill in second gear manually, because otherwise he will actually slow down to around 20 miles an hour. That's why manual gearbox is better than automatic. So now it's just classic, go back to Salieri's bar, take the back door entrance because there are too many cops actually chasing us. Or at least there will be an officer right in front of Salieri's bar. That's something I know already. Rip world record, but I can still PB, you know? I am currently a little bit ahead of PB. So here we have a little bit of intermezzo cutscenes. Gonna skip them, we don't want to see how the story progresses. Okay. Perfectly fine, and now we go to a trip to the country. You can move during that little screen of 1930 something. but I just moved way too much in front.
Et si tu mets le pied au plancher, elle dépasse.
Yeah, I'm around 50 seconds ahead of PB. Not much, but still. Better than nothing. And you know that this would be very bad. Because the clear consequence would be something around a 3:05 run.
Ils ont mis une nouvelle serrure, mais
And yeah, that would be 25 minutes underestimate, so I have to screw up at some point here and there.
tu vois, Tommy, fastoche, tu peux la prendre ou une plus vieille, si tu préfères.
Merci, Ralphie.
Okay, move away, Ralphie. If you actually push Ralphie or hit him, everyone will come at you with a gun, with punches, whatever. So definitely nothing you want to do. Unless you want to fail a mission on purpose. So here we have a long drive to Salieri's warehouse, pretty much on the other half of the city. Will take some time, but then we will get to the farm, which will include a shooting part. The run will die at the run will die in this mission. If you talk about the PB. So nobody needs to worry. This mission is very, very trolly, especially the last part, when you have some sort of chase and you try to shoot all your followers, the chasers, the gangsters following you. They tend to overtake you, then the mission's failed, and you cannot do anything against that. No point talking about PB till last mission, McBella. You know, this is going to be a classic marathon run, you know, M-Volley. So there is no chance I'm not going to screw up. At least 10 to 20 times. Nope, you don't have to chase a yellow car. Is this a good time to read donations? Yes, it is a good time to read donations. Go ahead. It is the one with the barns at night. Exactly. So now we are at the farm. It's nighttime. Well, if you have followed already, you should definitely unfollow, since this won't be world record. Like, the streamer is an old scrub who can't even run this game properly. Not even world record at a marathon, like, please. Their organizers won't be, trust me. And every runner that comes after me will kill me. So don't worry. Some crap is going to happen. I think the upcoming run is going to be Wolfenstein: The New Order. Yeah, the dogs will be interesting. I think you mean the one with Sergio Morello, where you kill the one gangster. That's going to be quite an interesting mission. One mission I always disliked in a run.
On peut pas partir sans lui. Faut retourner le chercher.
Ok, on y retourne. Il faut qu'on dégote une barre ou un truc pour bousiller la serrure de la porte.
Ok, en route. Les gars, vous restez ici à surveiller les camions. Descendez tous ceux qui s'approchent à moins de 20 mètres. À part vous, évidemment.
Tommy Vercetti. Damn. So yeah, now we have to kill all the bad guys. I didn't kill them on my first trip here, just because now I have Paulie following me and I don't have to wait for him. So it's actually a little bit faster, not really by a lot. And maybe I get killed, which would completely destroy the purpose of it. Okay, sometimes people need a couple of shots with the pump gun to die. Pump gun is a really bad weapon in short range. Don't worry, you will see me fail as well. Maybe not now, but there'll be a time where I'm just gonna flip the car constantly. Or kill my teammates instead of the gangsters. That's something I did in a speedrun once. Would you mind dying? Okay, thank you very much. There we go. My choice goes to kill the frames and kill the animals. Who the heck would steal Canadian whiskey? Bill Gates. So now you will see me exploit the rapid fire glitch again. To use the pump gun to let this car explode and kill all the bad guys here. And yes, cops are bad guys. Now let's wait for Polly to drive with the truck. He needs some time, he's old. Sometimes you can see this car honking, which is amazing, considering everyone is dead. Well, I stole rum, okay. I thought it was the whiskey from Morello. Okay, now we have the chase part that I absolutely dislike. Okay, the first one is dead. My HP went down to 52, which is fantastic. So in this mission, the game can troll you again by having cars drive on the grass instead of the road to slow down a lot. No, 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 no. Okay, thank you. That was close. If they overtake you, the mission is failed, just like I said. So yeah, the mission is not how you do it the fastest, because the car spawn was bad. But maybe we have a third car that just tries to cut through the grass, and then I won't get any spawn at all. And that is oh no, there is the car. I just thought there is no car going to spawn. That actually happened to me once. No, even twice in the runs. Okay, that was easy. But if there is no car spawning, you just drive for 2 minutes straight and get to the segment nonetheless. But still, waiting for 2 minutes in a speedrun? Well, nobody wants to do that. And now we just go back to Salieri's bar. You see that there is no indicator where I'm actually having to go, because you have two choices. Either you go to Lucas Bertone to do some side missions, or you go to Salieri's bar. And everything is, as you can see, marked on the map. Bertone's auto service, and also Salieri's bar on the other side of town. So in case you forgot where everything is, no problem, the game will tell you. And I just hope the cops won't crash into me. Okay. That's fine by me. And now I'm wanted. Oh boy. Now the concert is going on. Maybe they crash into each other? Who knows? Is that a loot crate? No, it's not. Okay, thank you, cops. It was a nice 360 though, I cannot complain. The Don will bust you out. We all know how those stories end. Just think about Sonny being Don Salieri. So now we are at the airport mission, Omerta. And we have the consigliere of the Don, which is Frank. And he's our assassination target. Because he betrayed the family. He sold us to the cops.
Salut Vince. Tu sais pourquoi je suis là?
Ouais. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Frank savait que ça arriverait.
And now we get the typical Sicilian weapon to do that job, and that's a Lupara, the sort of shotgun. And a Colt 1911.
Un Colt 1911 devrait suffire, mais j'ai aussi un canoncier. En Sicile, on appelle ça une lupara. Quand on retrouve un mec qui s'est fait descendre comme ça, tout le monde pige. Et je crois que le moment de la faire cracher est venu. Ça tire pas bien loin, mais ça arrose dans les grandes largeurs. Imparable.
Si j'avais su qu'un jour je devrais respecter les traditions siciliennes.
So now we have triggered Ralphie early, so he just shows us how to unlock it by going near him. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna make him suffer, don't worry, Beta. So now we have our guys who know everything. Number one is Big Biff. We already know him from Better Get Used to It. Did you pre-order those guns? No. Vinny always has the best setup for you. That means everyone else gets a Thompson and you get a Colt 1911. Okay, there's a cop. So we just have to talk with him and get away. And I'm stuck. But now we have to check our second guy, Little Tony. Who knows absolutely everything, because he's good enough with the cops. Did I buy any DLC? Yes, obviously. Season Pass. And you still have to play this game for 25,000 hours in order to unlock everything. And by the way, the white line on the road can kill you. It can flip your car and then you're dead. So you have to pay attention to absolutely everything. Oopsie. Well, that was a little bit way too much, but not a big a deal. I like my cars wiggling around.
Comment ça va, Tony? Jean Salier, lui, veut savoir où les couleurs dans le franc sont considérés. Et DP, m'a dit que tu fais ton parfum. Salut, Tony. Écoute, je sais pas.
So we now had to wait for a second phrase in order to get somewhere. And by the way, I am not moving the car from left to right. Yep. You know, I had to do something to trim the time again. The car is a little bit slower now. And now we stay on the right hand side in order to have a late checkpoint, so we can kill this guy right now. Well, not kill, but harm. Okay, perfect. Now the game gets saved. So this should lose around a minute here. In this mission, at least. Probably even more. God fucking damn it, I think I'm getting a seizure. Yeah, no problem with speeding, but still. You cannot exceed something like 70 miles an hour right now, which is not the best. Normally you can go like 90, 100. Good morning, sir. So I'm thinking about... Nah. You can actually trigger a space program here by crashing into the sidewalk or the phone booth as soon as the cutscene triggers, and then you just fly to the moon. Which is fabulous, just shows the collision detection in this game. There you see the phone booth gets destroyed for some reason. But my car is fixed for anybody who's interested. Two out of 10 no space program. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have done it, you know. I should have gone for it. So yeah, I'm gonna prepare a colt. Because from time to time, some gangsters are getting stuck in the doors of the airport. And I can shoot them to get a Thompson faster. And that will fasten up the entire process of killing them. But most likely I will not have that kind of opportunity. But find out. Lovely scared Cuphead there. Ah, well. It was worth preparing. Okay, I went for the full casual and I will pick up the medikit. Because it didn't go too well. Okay, we got at least 3 of them. And now we steal this gentleman's truck. And remember, we're in the 1930s. Okay. Okay, that's fantastic. Now let's kill this guy. Very well. Uh-oh. Well, that went well. Now I'm killing this guy in order to prevent cops to spawn. Oh yeah. I remapped that. So I hope there is no gangster trying to kill me right now. Okay, there is none. But have you seen, I was aiming at the gangster, but I was hitting the bank. At the bench, excuse me. The bank will come later. So that happens from time to time. If the camera is somehow blocked, you will spray there. And not where I actually wanted to do. And now we have to search for the airplane tickets. But we don't really have to search for them. He told us the location, if you watch the cutscene. And we take the truck to go there faster. Yeah, he has a pop tire. So maneuvering a car with a pop tire is a bit awful. But as long as we don't get shot by the sniper, have a super easy race. Thank God it's over, right? There, at the tower, you can see someone, and that is a sniper. And in one run, he actually killed a runner. Luckily, it wasn't me. Truck goes up to 160 miles per hour. Nah, the speedometer is just the same across the board. This game has cutscenes, a lot of them. If you watch all the cutscenes, the run would probably take around about 4 hours something. Race was my favorite part when someone else played it. And look at that guy. He's running away. He knows it's better to surrender. And that's done. Airport completed. And now we have to, you know, pick up the documents that Frank left behind for the cops to have in order to sell us out. And to remind you, he was supposed to kill him, and he did not. So he spared his life, which is kind of complicated. If you don't obey the Dawn's law, you probably know what's gonna happen. So no need to even spoil the game.
Franck avait dit vrai. La mallette avec les livres de compte était dans le coffio. Je l'ai récupéré sans problème.
Okay, I get a wanted state again. As long as I don't get cops crashing into me, it's fine. And that was the wanted state. Unsub, damn. I can link the game FAQ transcripts so we can read through the dialogue without even watching the cutscenes. Okay, so no need to actually take the other entrance, but this. And now visiting rich people. And here comes probably the most important person in the entire speedrun, which is Salvatore. He makes a stunning appearance once you see him.
Salut Vincenzo.
Obviously we got some crap guns. Look at that, he has 4 Thompsons. And just check what he's giving us.
Alors il me faut un truc discret.
Je crois qu'une bonne vieille batte devrait faire l'affaire. Si tu frappes un mec sur la tête par derrière, il se tiendra peinard pour un moment. Mais comme on sait jamais, prends aussi ce Colt 1911.
Bam.
Les doigts pour toi.
Brilliant, right?
Merci Vincenzo.
Baseball bat and a Colt 1911. Fantastic. So yeah, we have to pick up Salvatore. He's waiting for us at the stadium in Hoboken. First of all, you have to drive a bit. As you can see, driving is a reoccurring thing in this game. But you know, that's the professional gangster setup. Only noobs need a Thompson when you can have... Ah, crap. A baseball bat and a Colt 1911. And this was mandatory. Just to keep my reflexes on a level. Ah, this is not the greatest outcome. I'm getting a wanted everywhere. And there we have our boy Salvatore.
Salut, chef. Allons-y. Parfait. Mais où est-ce qu'on va?
And the best thing is Tommy actually asks him where they are going.
Il paraît que tu peux ouvrir n'importe quel coffio? Pratiquement tous, chef. Et où c'est que t'as appris à faire ça?
Not like Tommy wasn't briefed or something.
Du métier, j'ai repris l'affaire. Mais les coffres s'améliorent et c'est du boulot de rester à la page. Il y a certaines tirelires plutôt coriaces à forcer.
That's true. But it would be better if we wouldn't get a car and a gun, we would just get a unicycle and a Flintstone. That would be even better in my opinion. But the Mafia is rich, so we get the proper things.
Bon, on y est.
Okay, so we got to the gate and Salvatore will unlock it.
Tu peux l'ouvrir, Salvatore? Je vais essayer.
He will try. But we know he's a beast. He knows what to do.
Et voilà, chef.
And now you can see how you infiltrate a mansion quietly. I mashed the right mouse button through the loading screen, and that's what I ended up with. Oh crap. Okay, Salvatore is Salvatore. Come on over.
Tu peux l'ouvrir, Salvatore? Je vais essayer.
Thank God.
Et voilà, chef.
And yes, pathfinding is quite a problem in this game. You should try it out for yourself if you own the game. There are so many things that work just fine. Oh crap, where am I? Okay. Salvatore was blocking my path. Okay, we got shot, so we have to prepare the cold and kill some bad guys. And hopefully, yeah, there is our boy Salvatore. And now we just escape. And don't worry, the car will be fixed. Oh, nice! That's something that, well, you may guess what I would have said.
Si vous pouvez me déposer, j'habite de l'autre côté de la rue au stade, pas loin de là où vous m'avez ramassé.
But we still made it, you know? We still made it. Luckily the car is fixed here. Lol. No, I tried to give you more shots fired. I didn't want to crash into the cop, decided to brake, and then the car lost control. As said beforehand, this car is a pleasure to drive, especially with the classic arrow key setup. I can only recommend to try out Mafia on GOG. I believe it's $9.99 for most countries, and if you're Russian or pretend to be Russian, it should be around about €3. So definitely worth checking out. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too far. That should work though.
C'est là que j'habite.
Yep.
Merci, chef.
Exactly. Because the game isn't actually prepared for that. It still thinks the car is there and hasn't been moved. But we were driving away with it. So now we just have to go back to Salieri's bar. Now there are probably some people who would just think a fast travel option or just, you know, a skip would be nice. But I think it adds to the atmosphere. Somehow. I have my Mafia on free disc, that's great to hear, man. So you have the 1.0 version, no need to downgrade anymore. The only sad thing is you can't really run it straight from the box on Windows 10 because of Secure ROM or Safe Disk. I don't recall correctly which one is the copy protection for Mafia, but one surely is. Then you would have to self-sign drivers and it just becomes a mess. So everybody knows the solution. Just go for the cracker strats. Okay. Remember when I told you that there might be more than one barrel roll? And why this estimate is like 30 minutes off the current world record? I think you get a feeling about that. But yeah, that's the sidewalk. You probably have seen me drive through that same alleyway multiple times now. And no issues whatsoever, and sometimes it just happens. And we cannot do anything about it. 2 should be good enough. Yeah, I hope. Well, not really that game. Okay, come on, get out. Yeah, perfect. It's just the sidewalks in the collision detection. If they would have improved the collision detection, then this game would be nearly perfect, because there are some random game crashes we didn't encounter yet. Oh, look at that cop just crashing into the lamppost. Isn't he a nice guy? Good cop, bad cop. It's in the 30s. The final cutscene is later, I believe in the 60s. or late 50s. I can't really remember anymore, but everything else is set in the 30s. Well, that happens from time to time, you know. Nobody's choosing his fate. That car disappeared. Have you seen that? Wow, nice. Maybe the game is falling apart and before my PC blows up. So I'm going to brake to a near full stop right now. And that's what I'm going to keep on doing till the end of the run. So now we have some shooterino here. Oh crap. Obviously skipping the cutscene. Michael Bay would be proud of that. Okay, is still someone alive? I don't think so. We have Polly and Sam to finish the job in case. Okay, would you mind stepping aside? Okay, that grenade throw wasn't as effective as I wanted it to be. Okay. Okay, he threw a grenade upstairs. At least I thought he did. There we go. Okay, where's the last guy? Okay, that was it. Michael Bay would be proud.
Ok, ok. Bon, on peut pas rester là à attendre que d'autres appliquent. Prenons le camion et tirons.
Exactly, if I'm underestimated, I'm just going to play Free Ride Extreme. So normally it is mandatory to sing in this mission, and Polly, would you mind getting inside the truck? Thank you. But in order to not make the marathon just have 50 viewers, I am not going to do that. Well, who am I kidding, right? You catch me beating up your chops? I ought to turn you over to the cops. But dig this speed I'm gonna lay on you, gate. Don't cop your broom, park the body and wait. You run your mouth and I'll run my business, brother. You run your mouth and I'll run my business, brother. You tell everybody I'm busted. You talk so much you got me disgusted. Cause you run your mouth and I'll run my business, brother. You run your mouth and I'll run my business, brother. You run your mouth and I'll run my business, brother. Start and tell me you're my pal, and end up telling me how to handle my gal. You run your mouth and I'll run my business, brother. And that's it. One thing you have to know, all Mafia runners are wannabe singers. And we all suck, but we still do that. Unfortunately, Mafia 1 only has one mandatory song. In Mafia 2 we have more. So maybe a Mafia 2 runner will run Mafia 2 at the next Shots Fired Marathon. So you can hear some glorious singing. And nobody would be better for the job than our pal Kinfat92. Damn. I thought it's gonna be the inverse process. So now, bon appetit! I hope everybody's getting hungry. We're now driving to the real master, the maestro, Pepe, and his restaurant. And don't worry, it's not the frog.
Tommy, ça fait longtemps que j'attends ce moment. Pepe est sicilien, et c'est un cuistot de première. Quand une spécialité du pays me manque, je vais le voir.
When's Japanese? Unfortunately never, because you only get subs in Japanese.
Mais Pepe, c'est un maestro. Hey, tu veux me tuer ou quoi?
Okay, that was intended to break down. The whole disadvantage of the Lacetus here is that they are way too heavy, and you cannot really break them. So crashing into something might be a better choice. Oh boy. I didn't even spot that cop car. This could be a game crash. We'll find out. Because most runs have no problem triggering the next mission with cops. I always had problems, so come in and find out.
Faut que je me débarrasse de la volaille.
Wow, it worked for me. Nice. Uh-oh, Salieri might die. Well, 14 HP is fine by me. Unless there's somebody else I forgot. Nope. And I picked up both the Thompson. Oopsie. Just wanted to reload. And the pump gun in order to do another clip later. You know, the aiming was more like spraying in order to kill most of the bad guys or actually stun them, otherwise you would be dead. With 14 HP, I might be taking some extra precautions. Yeah, BT, you're like a big cheat. Not like some of the clipping setup is due to you. I remember actually some games have categories that are called cheat percent. When I was browsing for speedrun.com, checking what were the games where recently runs were added or whatever. And adding such a category is, in my opinion, utterly hilarious. Okay. Perfect. And that's it. So you just pretty much press on the door. There's a slight delay in order to trigger the next segment, and you can use that to clip inside of the wall, kill the bad guys inside, clip outside with two-handed guns. Then you can crouch and just side roll instead of using the Colt at an angle. And that's how easy it goes. Now let him show me how to unlock it, because he has to sit on the box in order for me to leave this place. Oopsie. Okay. By accident I pressed the button to stall the engine. That clip was recently found, yes. It's like 3 weeks ago. Not more. Now we have to go to the ship. And you know the ship, perhaps some of you guys know that there's a big celebration for a politician. I always say it's a politician, but people will correct me, it's not a politician or whatever he is. But we have to kill him. Problem is we cannot get any weapon on board. So normally you have a weapon in the toilet, the classic. You have to gain access to the toilet by cleaning it, pull the skipper, and then you get the gun. But we're going to do something else. You may have spotted that you can pretty much use animations to bypass solid objects. And the politician is stuck behind a door. So if you add one and one together, you see what's gonna happen. And yes, punches count as animation. Don't worry, there are still games from 1985 where strats are getting found in these years. Now going back upstairs, and there is the ship just waiting for us. I know it's not Blue Marcano. Here we get our security check. No, we don't have any guns. And here I'm just gonna punch the waiter. Now all guards start shooting and should be rushing towards me. And I just go around, and here's the door where the politician hides. You can pretty much see and hear it. And we can go. That's the end of this mission. Dragster world record in 2017. Well, it's a tie, isn't it? Because there was some king of video games that has the best time, but he wasn't able to recreate it. I think that's a great birthday, isn't it? Getting killed through the door. What did that door ever do to you? Looked so nicely and... You know, Tommy is just mental. And we get just a cold because we're scrubs. Paulie gets a Thompson. And just wait for it, you will see what an idiot he really is. So now we have to wait until he shows us the terraplane, but we cannot unlock it by ourselves. So we have to wait for Paulie to trigger this cutscene. Fantastic. I'm so thrilled, Ralphie. Cannot believe it. Get into the car, Paulie. He obviously is. You know, I was able to say anything in the 80s. But I think that was his nickname, right? Todd Rogers. I think his name was Todd Rogers, now that I've thought about it. With some obscure time nobody was able to get in, even the devs. Activision in that case said it's impossible, so... Well, he got it though. Okay, I'm just gonna be safe. Yeah, it's nice just to explore the city, especially in Freeride. Unfortunately, the city is a bit empty and dead. But there are worse cities, like, you know, New Bordeaux and a certain other game. Oh crap. Yeah, the cops are everywhere, and I'm just going to stop completely. And Paulie can handle the cops. And now you have to pay attention to wait a little bit until you pick up the dynamite, otherwise you may get an unhandled exception and crash the game. I see. Ralphie fixing a good old bolt. Yes, I have beaten Pokemon Yellow in about 2 hours. I've also been running Pokemon Gold. And then I became a Mafia runner. I pretty much always had the unfortunate situation that I was there when the run pretty much started. So there weren't many clips RNG manipulation or arbitrary code execution, whatever. And the routes came and came. You had to route yourself to actually save some time. And nowadays we have a proper optimized run. Obviously I cannot show it in all its glory. But this is difficult. In a marathon nonetheless. Oopsie. Damn, pretty much the same situation happened in the practice run. But in the end I flipped the car. This time I did not. So, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, Detroit right now is a mess. The automobile industry has crashed pretty much, and that was Michigan's key to success. So now I know you like waiting in speedruns. And you see, he's taking a smoke break, and we're just gonna wait. And I'll jump the car right now. And I'll just wait here. We have to plant the bump under this car, because this is Morello's girlfriend's house, and this is his car. And we just wait a bit. Cars are amazing in this city. Okay, he has finished the smoke break. And we can plant the bump. If you would have tried to actually accelerate the entire situation, you will get a mission fail. A game over, I wanted to say. But this is not like a permadeath kind of game. Indeed. As it turns out, we didn't kill Morello, but his girlfriend. You have played this game when you were 7 years old. Definitely something you should retry. Just for the good old memories. Well, obvious in that term that the mission is called Lucky Bastard. So that means we try to kill Sergio, but he always somehow escapes. And the same thing will happen with this assassination, because we have our fellow friend Paulie with us. Remember, he got a Thompson, and he sprayed the entire load of the Thompson at our first assassination attempt. And you know, Paulie is smart. So you can think what he probably has forgotten to do.
Arrête-toi sur ce parking. Ces mecs en noir, c'est eux.
Hey there, man. Oh crap. I'm just gonna reload. Just in order to prevent having a pop tire. So guys, he forgot to reload his Thompson. He tried to shoot Sergio and obviously nothing happened. Paulie is just a master of everything. Oh, the bridge is up. You know, the bridge is up, but it's a marathon run, so... Okay, that's not gonna work out. Okay, it worked out just fine. What am I saying? Easy every time. Hey there, beer bullet. It is, you know. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, 2K needs to do Mafia 2. Mafia 2 is actually released. So you can play it if you want to. And you can see l'arme est chargée à bloc. That means pretty much that the gun is reloaded. So we don't have to worry about killing him. Whoopsie. Okay, that can be a little bit more difficult. Yeah, free absolutely blows. Completely. The only good thing about that third game is Connor Aldridge. We're gonna kill those animals anyways. So let's see if this guy is taking a shortcut. Sometimes it happens that he falls through the sidewalk and disappears. Lampposts are nothing for him. He's a fucking ghost. Absolutely, man. Well, this car is a bit busted. Exactly. Okay, this car was trying to take a certain route. I'm gonna kill those animals if they get in my way. Peter. Oh crap. Okay, we're at the harbor. One of the more frustrating parts in the run. And we use the car as a sort of protection shield. Unfortunately, we have a pop tire right now, which will slow us down by quite a margin. Now I'm going for the Waluigi strats, number 9. And then I'm going to wait for the shuttle bus. So I will try the drive-by strats in order to kill Sergio. We'll probably fail. But we're still way ahead of the estimates, so... I can just go for certain things. Okay, in order, you see that drive-bys are not very precise in this game. Not by a long shot. Okay, that was a bad choice to do. So what am I going for? I think I'm going for the clip here, just to do more clips. Okay, I didn't expect that guy to be there. Damn son, I'm getting famous right now. And that's it. You mean like a real gangster? Tommy isn't one of those guys. He's classic 30s gangster. Obviously they are. You see the donation counter in the bottom half of the stream? Ah crap, why did I think that there was a Ralphie in this mission? So for those guys interested, I'm currently 2 minutes 31 seconds behind my PB, but I saved like 30 seconds in this mission. Even though it wasn't the greatest. That shows you how crappy my run is.
On va liquider Morello. Ben, je crois que 600 coups minutes avec une bonne vieille sulfateuse, ça devrait faire l'affaire.
And now we snap out the big guy, Don Morello.
D'un autre côté, on peut aussi respecter la coutume sicilienne en utilisant une
And obviously we are not getting the Thompson, but the sort of shotgun. You might realize a pattern. I would try Russian if I would understand it, or actually be able to speak it. But I would just butcher everything. So I'm not gonna try it. Because this game is very popular in Eastern Europe, Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Russia. It's not pretty much known in the West. Which is kind of sad. This game has a lot of potential and you should definitely check it out. Just because of the story. If you're a little bit younger, then you might think the graphics are old and everything is bad. Then of course not. Oh boy, the shiny Magikarp! I forgot my Pokeballs. The god of Pokemon has returned. Okay, there we have our good pal Don Morello. My choice, save Germany and kill the animals. Rip animals. Do I understand you correctly? You are not willing to pay, like, I don't know, $2,100 or spend 4,000 hours in a game like Star Wars Battlefront 2? Like, how can you do that? Okay, so I hope not to drift in the cutscene. The loading screen, I mean. And now we have to trust our good old friend Polly. And he didn't make it, okay. Maybe he'll make it right now. Okay, he didn't make it. He needs some time to shoot here, and we have to hope for... Okay. Okay, Polly died. Come on, spot your aim, dude. Do what you're paid for. Yes, finally. Oh man. You see, Polly is just too good with any gun. Yes, he did. But let's be honest, the whole shitstorm of Battlefront 2 was well deserved. Like, even the Danish police has tweeted that if you were a victim of a scam or Star Wars Battlefront 2, please report here. So, very well done. And Metacritic, obviously, a 0.9 user score, which is in my opinion still way too good. Definitely. Or CSGO. Donation from Illusion Softworks, you're not going to win. Well, I'm definitely going to finish. But winning surely is a different story. Okay, so now we get to election campaign and we're closing in. These are the last 4 missions in the game. But don't worry, just for relaxation and moonlighting are horribly long. €60 game to enjoy all the 10-hour gameplay. Well, if you actually have 10 hours, you could actually have something like, I don't know, 4, and then the rest DLC that you have to buy for $2,000 or something. Yeah, obviously. They make a lot of money. Especially for developers that don't care about their reputation. Illusion Softworks say, I am going to do the remaster. You're going to do the remaster? I'm looking forward to it then. When are you going to release the final product? Be sure that you have my pre-order, but don't release a text adventure or something. So in this mission, we have to infiltrate an old prison and kill all the bad guys and a politician from the tower using the sniper rifle. But we're going to do it a little bit more risky. Complete YOLO strats. I have enough time, I can go for that. Okay, man. You definitely have to replay it again. It's worth it. Oh crap. Ah, wait. You know, sometimes I like to take a different route. Not really worth going for it. Hey, at least I didn't go to the racetrack when I had to go to Lucas Bertone, you know? Yeah, point and click adventure. That would be amazing. Like a point and click adventure with some railgun elements, and then I should have submitted it. You're dating Paulie-chan? Oh my lord. Don't worry, man. You should be on time. Maybe even a bit earlier with Wolfenstein: The New Order. In case you are ready when that's gonna happen. Mm. 73. I'm going for the medikit. So this is a little bit YOLO, a little bit not. Well, that was worth the medikit. Those guys are aiming worse than I do, so everything's fine. 49 HP, and that is it. And now just missing the sniper rifle shot. Not even a headshot. Runner is a scammer. I knew it. Okay, I didn't have to kill any doggies. Two HP is one more than enough. I would have been way more confident with one. Half-Life 3 development fund. Unfortunately, there will be no Half-Life 3. And this game is Mafia: The City of Lost Heaven. You can buy it on GOG.com and maybe on Steam at some point. Yeah, this guy, when you kill his friend, you pretty much do AI manipulation. Those guys are too stupid to kill you, even if they are very close. Oh yeah, okay. I just thought the game is going to crash because there was some lag. So let's find out which weapons we get right now. Will we get a Thompson? Will we get a bazooka?
Alors les gars, qu'est-ce qu'il vous faut?
Un flingue et une batte pour Tommy. Et sors-nous de Thompson.
And by the way, the French dub is horrible. You see, they got a Thompson, and what will we get? Professional setup.
Merci Vincenzo.
Nice.
Ok, on y arrivera. Merci Ralphie.
Okay, that was bad. Damn it, Sam. No mini party, yeah. And he didn't even disappear through the roof. I did something wrong, probably. Ah, he's not going to enter. He is not going to enter right now. We need some space for Sam to actually find his place in the world. And he did it. Thank God. So now we just have to drive to a hideout place in the worst quarter. Why is he always giving you a bad and a cold 1911? A good question. He could give us a Thompson to make life easy. But you know, they want to give you a challenge. Just giving you a Thompson would be boring after all. Ah, crap. God damn it.
Faut absolument semer les flics. Faut que je les salue.
Fucking retard. Come on over.
Ok ici. C'est parfait.
So now you know why he gave us the bat. Vinny confirmed fortune teller. They're trying to buy it from Amazon. Snap.
Bon, on va attendre ici.
So I reload the save game in order to lose the wanted state. Or the cop state. Buffering. I hope it's not my end. My internet connection was troublesome during the last days. That's something I can tell you. But if it works, it's even better. So we have to wait for the truck. Then we have to take the plates and get to the harbor.
Laissez-moi tranquille. Ça pleut. Il nous faut ce plat. Finis tes papiers, il t'arrivera rien.
Is this sub free RTA? And LOL. Yeah, some people may have problems with connection or Twitch itself. But I had some trouble recently trying to stream with a decent bitrate, and it was always crashing to like 200, which was an absolute disaster to stream anything. Ooh. Okay, we got the plates, we got the truck emptied. I would say it's around about 310 cores currently. Which would still be 20 minutes underestimate. Exactly, Martin Scorsese. He's the mastermind behind all of this. So now I'm going to do a certain other strats as well, which is combined effort from 2 members of our community. You see this? This is faster than going just straight, which is interesting, right? Backwards, right? Just perfect. And hopefully the strat is going to work out. Otherwise, you can call me an idiot for trying. And yes, I am placing those boxes through the wall onto the truck. Remember how animations can bypass solid objects? It's a reoccurring theme in this run. And there we go, no boxes left here, perfectly fine. And that's it. All boxes, Scorsese import export, are on the truck. Killing some bad guys always good. For your heart and soul. When is Battlefront 100% loot crate run? I think that category is dead. Nope, you cannot. Unfortunately, you cannot. Otherwise, you could actually clip with the last box outside. You could probably use a gun, but as soon as you pull out a gun, you would be spotted by the guard, and then it comes like a dialogue scene, or you get shot immediately. Which would lose more time in the end. Episode 9, not episode 10. Okay, we just killed those bad guys. Give me your pump gun. For reasons. Okay, Sam disappeared. Polly's inside.
Ok, en route.
Ah, it has double collision, okay. Like, there are some clips you shouldn't go for. I will still try to go for the one in Death of Art, the Art Gallery. It is going to be amazing. I hope I just fall through the floor and die 20 times. Is this the GOG version? No, it's not. It's the retail one, but you can downgrade it easily. You can use the files you find on speedrun.com/Mafia, or just go to Mafia, the City of Lost Heaven, and look up in the resources. I put up a paste bin how to downgrade the GOG version, and then you can pretty much get it to the same state. If you just want the music files, you can find it on the GOG forums. They have uploaded as well. And did you like it, Maximus? Shh. We're good guys. Can you barrel roll off the truck? Do you really want to see that? I don't think so. Normally you can crash into the bridge and do the barrel roll. But it wastes some time, you know? It's not faster. Because you see the damage bar in the bottom half of the screen. And if you cause enough damage, the mission's going to fail. Yeah, it depends. It depends which generation you are. If you grew up with this game, you always have nostalgic bindings to this game. And it's a great game. That's why I criticize Mafia 2 more often. But there is another game I won't mention anymore. I have mentioned way too often. Enough commercials for Hangar 13 and their mess. Ah, the console pleb is appearing. Yeah, I know that. With a 420 estimate. I saw your console run, or at least a part of it. You flipped it! Well done, man. I didn't see that. Okay. So I would say that the wall clipping thing with the boxes saves around 30 seconds, because that's what I actually got right now. That's true. And now train pod, guys, the most amazing pod in the entire speedrun. I know probably some of you guys are already hyped, excited about about this game, but now we reach a new level, the highest stage, the final form, if you're more into Dragon Ball. And this is going to be it. You see the suspense already, right? It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, I'm not going for the 1 second clip. Not worth for me. Now we just go up. One hand in his pocket. There's a guy. Maybe Polly will do this and drop down. Let's see what's gonna happen. He can be killed by the train. Don't get me wrong. That can happen. I cannot. I wouldn't be mod in this channel, so Lambot wouldn't have the opportunity to spam. Because of message limit with bots. And here we have our cutie Polly. Just fantastic. Closing the door and let's go. That's how cute he is, right? Look at him.
Rien de spécial, la routine, tu vois le truc.
Okay, good enough. I'll let you enjoy the sight and Polly. And we didn't even have to follow the damn train. So this saved a lot of work. Look at the workers working. Keep reminding that these are the 30s, and maybe you spot a pattern with workers. But maybe we have social justice warrior Beta here. Oh look, now he's looking towards us. He was talking all the time looking there. This Italian sounds like French. You sure, man? Yeah, I'm also amazed. Because look at the very first 3D games. Something like Nintendo 64 era or PlayStation 1. They aged horribly. And I'm a Nintendo fanboy, just so you know. But this game is well made in my opinion. Of course it looks a little bit old, let's be frank, but still. I can look at it and don't puke all the time. Al Capone donate $1,000 and say kill Paulie. I won't do that, man. I won't do that. And Paulie looks like Joe Pesci. Brilliant. So now we get the political correctness everywhere. Yeah, he's amazed. Especially when you do that. You can only get fucking scared by him. Yeah, never anywhere to sit. Everything's free and we're just standing here at the doors. Well, we still have to wait for one more stop. No, let's not be frank, let's be Paulie. True that. I want a port of Mafia 1 for Xbox One X, you can forget that. Mafia 1 and 2 are things in the past, won't be remastered because there's nobody who would actually do that. He looks dead inside, that's true. He has absolutely no personality. He's always described as a moody guy. And Goomba. Well, give that old Goomba my regards. So if you know Mario and you know a Goomba, that's him. Now you see he got grumpy. Damn, we're already here. Fucking hell. Stay in the train. He knows what it's all about. Train part is best part. Okay, thank you, Polly. Yeah. Frame perfect train ride. You know, the developers were so proud that they implemented those trains, they had to involve it in some kind of mission. And now think about it. What does Mafia 3 have? It does have tracks. Does it have any trains? No, of course not. Okay, enough. Shit talk. Indeed. There would be too high expectations, you would always be disappointed. Do you think they will put it on Steam? I doubt it. I honestly doubt it. They updated the Steam database entry for Mafia a lot of times recently. So I say that there might be a chance. But the same chance exists for Half-Life 3. So now, guys, when you want to rob a bank, where would you discuss your master plan how to rob the bank? Please tell me. Because I would do it in the fucking bank, dressed like I would rob the bank. Because who needs masks? Who needs disguises? You want to be recognized. You want to be proud of your job. And that's why we do it here.
Sinon, faudra aller les chercher en haut. En bas, il y aura sans doute d'autres gardiens. Faudra que tu t'en occupes seul pendant que je surveillerai le rez-de-chaussée. Ensuite, il y aura plus qu'à ouvrir le coffre en bas. Après, ramasse le pognon et remonte ça. C'est tout. Ok. Amène-toi. Vaut mieux pas trop traîner ici.
Haha. Obviously it's not. Yeah, it was on Steam previously. And then it was removed because of music issues, licensing. That's some pattern you see every time nowadays with old games. Not only San Andreas with its update. But it also happened to Mafia's GOG version. There are some tracks that are just removed. I don't know because I don't own the GOG version. Yeah, Don Pepone is in the bank secret. That's correct. Will you buy the Mafia free train expansion packs? It's only 40 bucks, obviously. Shut up and take my money. Yeah, who needs to plan something? You go in spontaneously and do it. Maybe there are some French viewers here. Now he just talks and talks. Who would actually memorize his plan? Especially when he describes you how to go to Yellow Pete. Take the train, go to this station, then go somewhere else where you see the cinema Twister. Okay. Well, that would be true. Almost all? Okay, I thought it was like 2-3 tracks. Damn. But you can replace those DTA files and get all the songs if you want to. Oh boy! I got trolled in this run, but this is very nice to see. So here I will go for another clip, which I'm very likely to fail because I'm bad and I forgot the setup for it. Yep. Yep, okay, screw it. You have to pinpoint a little bit more upwards on the sidewalk. France isn't around anymore, it was really tragic. Brilliant. Yeah, too much angle, I knew it. I had to pinpoint it a little bit upwards. But that's when I got it working most of the times. But not too big a deal. I'm still a lot ahead when it comes to my estimate. Maybe I should, you know, get killed by the cops or something to lose 7.5 minutes. Ah, come on, man. Man, what are you doing? Why are you parking right there? Are you trying to shit me? So, the only thing I'm hoping right now is no cops. If I get cops, this might be awful. Oh, there are cops, by the way. But they smashed their car somewhere. Nope, they did not. Well, it looked like it. Nice. Then we go to the absolute casual strats. I don't know if there's a cop car here or just an officer. And there's a train. And there we go, it's our boy! And there were occasions in other runs where you were hearing some shots right now. And Paulie committed suicide, the mission failed. I don't know if someone would link that, but still, it was amazing. Getting here and he kills himself. Brilliant. Ah, come on.
Alors, tout est en ordre? T'as tout ce qu'il faut?
Ouais, hé, ton Yellow Pete, il est un peu tordu.
C'est un vieux cinglé et il a du bon matos.
Pourquoi on le surnomme Yellow?
T'as pas vu ses dents? C'est les plus jaunes de la ville et elles puent pas mal aussi.
Oh. Well, remember when I said the game likes to crash? Exactly what was still lacking here. Ah, come on. Okay, I cannot access anything. Thank you very much, game. And now we lost about 7.5 minutes. GG! So back to the estimate. Do we have time for reset? Exactly. It's doing its very best. And I can try the clip again. Now everybody wins. A little bit less angle. And I still couldn't get it. Maybe a little bit upwards. Okay, that was maybe too far. Okay, I would have gotten it. Took some time. Consoles never crash. You think so?
Qu'est-ce qui t'amène?
Je viens de la part de Polly, j'ai besoin d'artillerie.
Poli, ouais, je le connais. Enfin, je crois bien. Un petit nerveux. C'est ça.
Ouais, on peut dire ça.
Il bosse toujours pour Salieri.
Ouais,
Transmets mes amitiés à cette vieille fripouille.
pas de problème. Et pour les flingues,
Ok. De quoi Poli a besoin?
je crois qu'on a tout.
Parfait.
World record. World record was long gone. Even PB was gone.
Ok, merci.
But not by a lot. So that was actually pretty tight. The game crashed as I got to Paulie's apartment and tried to drive away, and it crashed pretty much on the corner to the tunnel. Yep, indeed. I tried to do some, you know, commercials for people trying to run this game, and with game crashes it's pretty difficult to actually advise to run this game, am I right? But I have a crash each run. Like, even my PB has a crash. I very rarely get runs without crashes. No, definitely world record. Definitely. We just called it category marathon percent, and I may have a chance to get the world record. Because, you know, it's easy to get a world record in a category nobody else runs. And they are all screaming, "Police! Police!" They demand some police. Okay, that was kind of sluggish. Why did it get so slow? Come on, Paulie. Unfortunately, this game was only featured in 4 marathons. Kill cancer, runner, and animal. Damn it, son. Nuke the entire world. Donation from Kim Jong-un.
Alors, tout est en ordre? T'as tout ce qu'il faut?
Yes, I have played Godfather. That means Godfather 1 and 2, and 3, which is called Grandfather.
C'est les plus jaunes de la ville et elles tuent
I played the entire series.
C'est vrai.
Ah, come on! Why did you crash into me, sir? That was rude. Bill Gates goes hard, yeah. He reminded himself of Windows 98 in his presentation with the blue screen of death, and he thought, ah, we need that here as well. It's like the main character's name, right? Peter? The Skullhead. Come on, don't crash, game. Thank you very much. Okay, now we have to reload because Paulie got a seizure. You know, sometimes it happens.
C'est un braquage. Tout le monde à terre et tout ira bien. J'ai dit à terre. Tout le monde.
Would you mind letting me pass? Thank you very much.
C'est le directeur qui a celle du coffre.
Quoi? Et où il est le directeur?
En haut, dans son bureau.
Windows 95, NT 4.0 did. I can't even remember the 95 jingle anymore. I remember it being a longish one. Windows 98 had just some sort of a little bit more energetic one. Very short, like 4 seconds. Oh crap. Cops are coming rushing towards me. What is going on? Get wrecked. You fell asleep, man. Ah, come on. Like, how could you? This run was amazing. The crash at the very end just was the icing on top. Okay, let's get moving, Paulie. Windows for Workgroups 3.11. My first PC had actually Windows 3.11 installed. That was quite something back in the days when you had to set up a sound card. And you had to fiddle around with interrupts, IRQs, input-output shenanigans. And then you realize it sounded like shit. Or having viruses direct over by swapping floppies. Don't copy that floppy. With Thomas the Tank Engine, the only appropriate version. Okay, that's moonlighting.
On est plein aux as, Tom. Ça a marché.
Ouais, on dirait. Et maintenant?
On va changer de fringue pour pas se faire repérer par les poulets et on met le blé dans la mallette.
Très bien, et après?
On cause de ça à personne. Pour le reste, passe me voir demain et réfléchis à ce qu'on va faire de tout ce pognon. Je le garde en attendant. Faut pas que ça retombe dessus.
T'as pas intérêt à tirer avec.
Tu parles, je t'enverrai une carte d'Hawaï.
Oh my god, that laugh.
Et je te fais bouffer ta mallette.
J'ai hâte de voir ça.
Okay. Let's clip. And this clip actually saves a lot of time, since otherwise you have to go downstairs. You have to unlock this car in the next segment. And then you have... Oh, what's going on? I was stuck at the sidewalk. And you have to wait for the tram. Visa compatible slots. Dang it. And you tested it with Doom, Commander Keen, Wolfenstein. You had sharewares lying around. That was the good thing. You had sharewares. Think about that. Nowadays, shareware. What the hell? Never going to happen. Buy the game full price. Fucking plebs. And some loot crates here and there. Yeah, the German dub is amazing in my opinion. It's really good. The French dub is a disaster. Not only because of the sound quality, which is bad, but also it's very emotionless. Spoken by robots or something. Okay, why did I brake so much? I'm not driving a normal car, I'm driving a police car. You can go 70 miles an hour without nobody spotting you. Does anybody know the glitch in Commander Keen 6? With jumping on the bullets. Voodoo, oh man, Voodoo was amazing. Okay, wait for the forehead to not have the cutscene bug. Yes, there we go, easy! Okay, that might be shitty. Okay, worked out just fine. Take the Thompson, please. And now you have this intense soundtrack of 2 tracks looped. Oh god. Am I French? Non, je ne suis pas français. Mais je suis allemande. I mean Mexican. Excuse me. I have to play my role. It was terrible. I think it was great. You have to hear the English one or the French. Okay, I'm gonna reload. So we get to the final showdown. Oh crap, somebody's shooting me, but doesn't matter. So you guys can get ready for time. And time. And this was it. Mafia, the City of Lost Heaven in the any percent category. We have finally revenged the death of Paulie, who died at the very beginning of Death of Art. We were in his apartment. He wasn't flying to Hawaii. He was actually killed by our other friend, Sam. And now we did it. We have killed Sam, revenged his death. Are we gonna have to hide like an outcast? Because obviously the Mafia is going to find everyone. All the same. You see? He's obviously fed up with everything, getting shot. Poor guy. All the blood trace. And now you can wait for something else. As you can see here, Sam and Sam in double combination. There is Sam, there is Sam. They had to save up for something. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Thanks guys for paying attention to the Mafia speedrun. Thanks to the organizers for having me run this game here. I hope I didn't destroy the schedule too much. But yeah, thanks guys for having me in here. Have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night depending on your time zone. And have a lot of fun with the next run of Wolfenstein: The New Order. And enjoy the cutscene for the rest time being. Cheers.
C'est toujours pareil, comme pour Franck. Ils l'ont eu? T'as fait que retarder sa fin. Mais finalement, ils l'ont trouvé, toujours pareil. Et pourtant, Franck, c'était le seul vrai pote de Salieri. L'amitié, c'est de la merde. Oh. Ah.
Alors ça aussi c'était toi. T'as détruit une collection de tableaux de plusieurs millions de dollars?
C'était pas prévu comme ça, mais les choses ont mal tourné.
Et sinon c'est tout.
Je me suis tiré vite fait. C'était pas un pique-nique. Ma vie ne tenait plus qu'à un fil. Mais j'ai mis les bouts. J'ai embarqué ma femme et ma fille et on a quitté le pays. Sam avait raison. S'ils avaient décidé de retrouver Franck en Europe et de lui régler son compte presque 5 ans après sa disparition, il m'aurait jamais laissé filer après ma trahison.
Et t'es d'accord pour répéter tout ce que tu m'as dit devant un tribunal? Et pour nous donner des preuves contre tous ces mecs? Tu crois pas que ça va encore aggraver ton cas? Ah, Là, c'est autre chose qu'une trahison. Tu balances carrément tout le monde.
Si ces mecs finissent en tôle ou sur la chaise, ils pourront pas se venger de moi. En tout cas, pas aussi facilement que s'ils étaient dehors. Je veux bien vous balancer toutes les preuves que vous voulez en échange de votre protection. Et après le procès, je veux de nouvelles identités pour moi, ma femme et ma fille.
Si on réussit notre coup, ça sera le plus grand procès criminel de l'histoire du pays. C'est une offre intéressante. Je sais pas si c'est très moral d'aider un mec comme toi, mais je crois que le jeu en vaut la chandelle. Je crois qu'on va t'aider.
Tout marcha comme sur des roulettes jusqu'au procès. Assis dans ma cellule, je couchais sur le papier tout ce que je savais sur la mafia. Des mecs avec qui j'étais pote depuis plus de 10 piges. C'était une grosse affaire, et tout le pays suivit ça de très près. Salieri se prit perpète, et certains de ses gars passèrent même à la chaise. La peine la plus légère fut de 8 piges. Je passais tout le temps du procès planqué dans un endroit tenu secret, sans aucune visite. Et je ne voyais ni Sarah ni la petite pendant tout ce temps. Mais ça valait vraiment le coup. Norman nous trouva de nouveaux papiers et on alla s'installer à l'autre bout du pays. J'ai dégoté un boulot de chauffeur dans une boîte respectable. On a recommencé une nouvelle vie. Cette paix ne fut troublée que par la guerre, mais finalement, on s'en est bien sorti.
Monsieur Angelo?
Oui.
Monsieur Salieri vous transmet ses hommages.
Vous savez, le monde n'est pas gouverné par des lois écrites, mais par des hommes. Certains se soumettent aux lois, d'autres pas. Le monde dépend de chaque individu et de ce qu'il en fait. Et il faut aussi une bonne dose de chance pour que personne ne transforme votre vie en enfer. Et c'est pas toujours aussi simple qu'on vous l'apprend à l'école. Mais l'essentiel, c'est d'avoir des valeurs fortes et de s'y tenir. Pour l'amour, pour le crime, pour la guerre, partout et pour tous. J'ai déconné. Tout comme Paulie et Sam. On voulait une vie meilleure, mais on a fini plus bas que la plupart des gens. Vous savez, je crois qu'il est important de préserver l'équilibre des choses. Ouais, l'équilibre, c'est le bon mot. Parce que celui qui en veut trop risque en fait de perdre absolument tout. Mais celui qui n'en veut pas assez risque de ne rien avoir du tout.